Hello, potassium people. Welcome back to another Banana Bites, where I'm eating this banana and asking Valve to please add the strange second banana to Team Fortress 2. Now, today, I just want to talk a little bit about explorative design, alright? This is something that happens with software. This is something that happens with video games in particular. In fact, I'll even be using Team Fortress 2 as an example. But it's something that I feel is extremely important and often overlooked. And it's just making a piece of software or making something that lets people experiment, that lets people entertain different ideas and try things out. I've seen the opposite of this happen, where you don't allow anything, and I've seen the inverse of even that, where you allow everything and it causes problems for those who are uninitiated. In fact, that's kind of a problem with some games, is the type of punishment they give is incorrect. It doesn't really allow the player to experiment. So let's just boot up Team Fortress 2 as per usual. Everybody knows Team Fortress 2, what a classic game. Now here we have the Scout with the fan, the Cleaver, and of course the beloved Sandman that right now just kind of doesn't do anything. But the reason I bring this up is because here we have a basic inventory. And in this inventory, you can actually go ahead and change any of the weapons to whatever you want. Oh, I want to play with the shortstop? Okay. Sure. Guess what? You can change it, you can try it out, and if you die with it, that's a skill issue. Legitimately, that's what it is. But the game lets you experiment and try different things out. And the only real punishment is that you got to wait through 15 seconds, 10 seconds of a respawn, right? You do not get to play the game for a little bit of time, and that's the punishment. Now, another good example is the actual inventory, right? So in here, we have all the items. You can sort them. You can click this. I'm sure a lot of people don't click that. This is just all the stock items, right? And you can change borders and stuff. Now what's cool about this is that the only time the game tries to stop you is if you're going to do something you may regret. So if I try click delete, there's a confirmation prompt. It's like, well, if you do this, it's gone. You don't get it back. You will not get another chance. And that's good because it puts a boundary on something. Like, it lets you do it. If you really want to delete that item, you can. But at the same time, it warns you. It puts the responsibility on you, the player, to understand what you're even doing with your item. And that's the kind of design I think is super important. Let people experiment. Let people drag items around. Right? If they want to move items, let them. Let them experiment. But do not let them do something that they can't get back from. If you do allow something that's a bit more destructive, right? But it's not completely deleting it or whatever. Let it be easy to change it back. Just like changing an item, right? Dark Souls is another great example. You boot the game, you go through, you die. But the game kind of rewards you in a way for dying because you gain knowledge and experience. At the same time, it punishes you. It says, hey, you did something wrong. Go back, pick up the souls you just dropped, and try again. Try with any weapon you want. Try and approach it however you feel like. But you need to get your souls. You need to get to the next boss and kill them. That's good explorative design. And I feel like, with how things are, with how punishing some games can be, without letting there be a chance to recover, or everything is so laid out and you have to follow this guide, you have to play this way, and then boom, you get to experience the game exactly the way it's intended. That kind of stuff bores me to death. I can't do it. If I wanted to play something like that, I'd play Sudoku. Okay? You know what? Minesweeper. Minesweeper's a good example of explorative design. Even if you don't read the instructions, you can kind of start to figure out what you're supposed to do. If you just click it, die, click it a couple more times, die, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. You can get it from inference of what's happening as you interact with the game. So, with all that being said, why did I bring this up? It's simple. Team Fortress 2 needs a strange second banana. Because I want to be able to count the amount of times I eat my banana. And whether, out of all those times, how often it helps me. It's a part of my gameplay style. It's a part of my experimentation. And I want the numbers. Alright? But yes, it's very important. Of course, once you get good enough, once you understand the system well enough, there should be a means to take the little safety wheels off. Okay. Linux. Oh, Linux. What a beautiful operating system. Surely no one is annoyed by people who like Linux. It lets you delete the entire OS if you feel like it. Sudo rm. Just go in. It doesn't care. It's safety wheels off. Also, nah, I won't talk about it anymore. Anyways, banana time. It was pretty good. Although I will say this. Team Fortress 2 as it is right now, with how people get into the game and whatnot, isn't very conducive to experimentation because of how punishing it is to get into the rest of the game. Like, you load into a match and you get absolutely stomped. Just get curb stomped as soon as you join in. It's like, well, how are you supposed to experiment, right? And Dark Souls, on the other hand, it's like a set experience. Things are set up a certain way. Dark Souls 1, you start in an asylum. You basically just attack things on the wall. You can try all the buttons. There's only one thing that's like bad, but even then, it's like, hey, are you sure you want to teleport? See, again, just let people experiment, let people try things out. You don't need an online guide to tell you, oh man, all of Scout's primaries, besides 2 of them, are just not as good as the scattergun. You can play with the scattergun or the soda popper, and if you choose anything else, you suck. We're selling you to some country out in the Middle East. Good luck. It's like, okay, well, no thanks. If I want to play with the force of nature, I'm gonna play with the force of nature, okay? Besides, I already got Hail Zone on my scattergun. So now I need to get Hail Zone on the rest of Scout's primaries. Well, potassium people, that's it. I ate the banana. So, Valve, are you gonna add the strange second banana anytime soon, huh? Huh? I'm talking to you, John Valve. Anyways, I'll talk to you potassium people later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I can't see in these. Everything is green. Bye-bye.